Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. If you guys are new to our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also that little bell so you guys notified when we post and make new uploads. I don't even know how I'm gonna start this video, but today's like more of a serious video. Obviously, like you guys have probably noticed that we haven't been posting on, at least on YouTube, for like, I think the last time we posted was like 3 weeks ago or like a month ago. I feel like we should explain to you guys like what's been kind of going on so you guys have an idea, so you're not just wondering like, okay, I keep coming back to their channel and like nothing's there. Right. So I kind of want to give you guys an explanation. I don't really know how to start it, but I'm gonna figure it out as I go. So I guess if we start from the last time we posted, it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. It was the prank with my little sister. It was super funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
And we enjoyed having her here. It was so fun. And then she left. Right after that was what, like our anniversary?
Yeah, it was right, like literally a day or two.
A day or two after. I'm gonna tell you guys like what kind of builds up into this moment and why we haven't posted, because it'll all kind of make more sense. I would say November, December, January, February, I feel like for me and Carla, it's like a really fun couple of 4 months, but it's like really stressful. I wouldn't say stressful, but like there's just a lot going on. There's Thanksgiving, then there's Christmas, then there's New Year's, and then there's our anniversary, then it's your birthday, and then it's Valentine's Day. Well, it's Valentine's Day, then your birthday. During this time, I feel like, and she kind of knows, I feel like every year when it comes around this time, there's so much going on that like, that in itself puts a lot of added stress and anxiety, because I feel like we're doing a lot. Whether like we're going to go visit family or, you know, we're doing stuff for each other. I just feel like that time is really stressful and it's a lot for us. Yeah. So that kind of was building up all up until the point where my sister was here and then she kind of left. But we were still posting, like we were still good. And I think everything was going great. Now, before I keep going, as far as me and Carla's relationship, there's nothing like wrong, like nothing's going on. We're completely fine, but we are real people. And I feel like there's things that happen in our actual life that will affect like if we're able to post or be on here. And I'm trying to figure out how the best way to say it, because I don't want to get like emotional about it. All that stuff happened. My sister came, we filmed that video, she left. And then it was about time for like our anniversary, which is like, the day is January 20th. That's our anniversary day. And my sister left like a couple days before that. I know she like made us a dinner for it. It was really, really nice. Before the day of our anniversary, I remember like I was talking to Carla, like we kind of had like I kind of had like a breakdown. I was just like, you know what? I'm really excited for our anniversary because it's 5 years, right? But I started to really feel super duper anxiety about and like stressed about the entire situation, because I knew like me and Carla had been together for 5 years. That was gonna mark our 5-year anniversary. It's such a huge moment. But a part of me knowing how social media works, you know, this is our job. Like we post on social media. So like we're gonna post moments like that because obviously we want to. But leading up to it, I had super duper stress and anxiety, and I broke down. I was literally crying because it was like I knew people were gonna probably attack me about something, like as far as like me proposing to my girlfriend, which is something that I have plans of doing. Like, but I think you guys on social media, because we don't show you a whole lot, you don't really know my plans, or you don't know what's going on. So you might figure in your head, okay, it's been this amount of years, like this is when you need to be doing it. Like I'm sure you get DMs about it, but like there's pressure on both sides. Like there's pressure on your side, where I'm sure girls are like, well, why hasn't he done this? And then you guys don't even know the half of it. With me, there's all this extra pressure on me. Like even if I post like a heartfelt post from my gut, like I'm like, I say all this stuff because that's how I really feel, then all the comments are just like, well, where's the ring at? Well, why didn't you propose yet? Like, where's this? Where's that? Where's that? So I knew that was coming, and that was just really like fucking me up. Just because it almost made me feel bad that I almost couldn't do it in that moment, because it was such a huge moment. So that's something that me and Carla had to like talk about and get through, and we were fine, but that was like the first layer of like, okay, around the time where we weren't really posting. A couple of days after like our anniversary, like things kind of calmed down a little bit, but then I got a call from my mom, and it's like, you know, she calls me, like I talk to my mom like every day almost, like probably talk to our moms about the same amount of time. You talk to your mom a little bit more, but I talk to my mom like every single day. And so my mom calls me and she's like, it's kind of late, it's like 10. You know, you get those calls from like certain people, you know their schedule. Like my mom never calls me at 10. So she calls me, and I answer the phone, and I'm like, yo, what's up? And I can already tell like she's obviously not in a good mood. She seems a little bit off, and she's like, yeah, like your grandfather, he needs to go to the hospital because he's not doing well. My grandpa's been sick before, like he's obviously older, so I'm thinking like, okay, he's sick, he's going to the hospital. I'm just like all kind of positive because I'm usually just a positive person. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Like, is he cool? Is he all right? And during that first call, you know, things were, I wouldn't say they're okay, but it didn't seem like anything necessarily life-changing was going to happen because usually he goes in, he gets better and gets back out. So mind you, this is right after like all this other stuff that we've been doing and all this stress has been happening. Like this is right like a couple days later. And she's just like, your grandfather's in the hospital. We don't really know what's going on, but like she's basically was just gonna keep me updated. So that was the first call. A couple days later, I get another call and it's kind of like the situation started to escalate. Not a disrespect for my mom, I'm not gonna like get into too many details, but my mom calls me and I can clearly tell like she's not okay. And I feel like when you know your parents or you know your mom and you know they're not okay, it's like a bad, I'm really not trying to be on here being emotional, but it's like when your mom calls you and you know they're not good, like you can just immediately tell, like you can just feel it. So, so I get another call, and mind you, while this is going on, I'm really not like, the way I deal with shit like this, like I don't really like necessarily tell her immediately just because I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So I get another call from my mom. She's just like, you know, your grandpa's in the hospital. She's like, hey, you know, this is going on with your grandfather. Arrangements are starting to be made, which basically means like, okay, this is basically like, this is it. And they didn't really know necessarily how much time or anything like that. I'm not getting into too many details, but basically like grandfather was gonna be gone with, I don't know how many days like from that point. So it just was like a lot. So that's happening during this time, like where we're not posting. Like you might see us post on like fucking TikTok or something, or like some random platform. Like, you know, there's days where like I'm still in a good mood, but like, you know, I need you guys to understand that like this is not like necessarily an easy thing to do. Like there's so much that goes into like YouTube videos and like just shit in general. So I get that call. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to stay positive just because that's my mom. At the end of the day, I'm trying to like help her feel better, but you could obviously tell that she's not in a good mood. And that, just that alone, like obviously my grandpa's not in a good situation, but just seeing my mom like that, it's kind of like, it just kind of killed my vibe, you know. Karla knows like how, like I'm pretty much in a good mood. Like I'm laughing, I'm joking, I'm goofy. Most of the time I'm making jokes towards her, but I feel like over the past however many weeks this has been, like it's just been like killing my whole energy. And so that right there is like a big reason why we haven't really been on here, because it just takes a lot of energy and effort for us to do it. When we post on here for you guys, we want you guys to like be in a good mood. I don't want you to come on here and be crying, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just always been our thing, like to not, we don't want to post on here for not in a good mood, because you guys can feel that. You know, we don't really ever get too deep into our real life on here, just because like I think me and her value like privacy, and I feel like privacy is everything, so we kind of separate like entertainment from reality sometimes. We want you guys to come here, laugh, feel good, and then go about your day. We don't really want to like put all of our problems out there or everything that we're going through out there, because that just leaves us vulnerable to a bunch of people who like are praying for you to have a downfall. Like it's just, that's who we are. So mom calls me, it's kind of bad situation. It's basically like a time ticking at this point. Like every day it's just like I'm waiting for a call for her to tell me like, you know, he's gone. Couple more days go by of the situation where he's in the hospital. My grandfather passed, and you know, I'm getting calls from people in my family, like everybody's posting about it, and it's just like a hard situation. Like I haven't really dealt with like a whole lot of immediate loss in my family. So it's just like kind of shaking us up. My whole life, I've kind of had like all of my core people around me. So I haven't really had to deal with like a whole lot of loss in my life. So big is like my mom losing her father. Like when that happened, like it was just like a lot for us. And I feel like it was a lot for my mom. That right there has affected like our ability to do what we do. I feel like it's like something bad happening and then you happen to go to work and then it's like you gotta still go to work and still do what you gotta do. And I know y'all probably have felt that before. Like you go through a breakup or you go through any of this shit and you still gotta go put a smile on your face at work. But think about our job, it's like we have to entertain people, which I love to do, but it's hard to entertain people and be fucking in a good mood when you're just not okay. And that's just what's been happening. So we're moving forward and you know, I'm not gonna get too much more into that. It's bittersweet because me and Karla, you know, obviously we have plans and things that we wanna do. You know, we have things coming up that are really big that you guys will see soon. And I've just been trying my best to just like feel better, but it's like, I don't know. This video, at the time we're recording this, it doesn't mean like we're not gonna be posting on here. It's just trying to explain to you all what's been happening. I feel like y'all deserve to kind of know. That way you're not just sitting there like checking for us and like nothing's up. And I'll be feeling bad because, you know, this is like a really big part of our life at this point. You guys are like our supporters, like our family. You know, a lot of things that we do aren't possible without you guys. So I don't want to just be running around town and y'all see us on like other things and you don't see us on here. So we are real people with like emotions, and most of the time it's not like that this serious. It's like some other things that are easier to like get over. But I don't think there's any right way for anybody to like grieve or like go through a loss. We kind of all just deal with it how we deal with it. And I'm just more of like a colder, like I try to almost pretend like the shit didn't happen or something. Like that's just how I am. You know, I've been kind of breaking down a little bit lately. And I want you guys to know that things are getting better. I will never just stop posting on here, but I wanted you guys to know that. And that's why we haven't been on here. Not because we just been fucking lazy and I didn't feel like doing it. It's just like, I just felt physically incapable of being on here and like giving y'all a good video. Cause it's like, how am I gonna be normal? Like y'all see when I'm like me, and you can tell when somebody's not. It's like she knows, I know the same way with her. Like I can let you guys know right now, I've not been me. And it has nothing to do with Karla. It has nothing to do with none of that. It's just life shit. Moving forward, we're still gonna be posting. We have a lot, like I said, we have a lot of big things planned and you guys will see it, and hopefully that'll help get my mind off of those things and we can kind of enjoy that. You know, we just appreciate you guys and we wanted to let you guys know what was going on. I don't mean to make you cry right now or anything, but yeah. It's just a lot, but we love you guys. There will be videos. We actually have videos that, you know, we filmed already. It's just, you know, I just really wasn't in the right headspace, but things are getting better. The older you get, I feel like life just gets harder. Every day is a challenge and you gotta find ways to just keep pushing forward. And I feel like yesterday when me and Karla were talking about just kind of how stressed out we were and like anxiety, is just like, we just gotta take just one step forward every day and not think about too much of what's gonna be like that next thing. Cause I feel like with us, we always think about, okay, what is the next thing that we wanna do? Like we're always on the next thing. And so it makes our brain just, it's just a lot, you know? It's really a lot. Yeah. We take breaks like that just to feel better as just human beings. Like we are humans and we have feelings and things don't always go well, but we're here. And we're back. I'm happy to share kind of a little more insight of what we go through because I feel like it helps you guys realize who we are as people. And that's really it. Yeah.
I don't really like talking when I'm crying because I feel like I'm not getting my words across correctly, but yeah, it's been hard.
But if I can say anything to you guys, just like, appreciate people, you know, while you're around them. I'm not super expressive with my emotions, but I'm trying my best to like let people kind of know how important they are to me and like who they are in my life, because, you know, people are here one day and they're not the next, and that's just something that I think you learn when you go through shit like this. So I don't want to keep talking about it because it's already kind of put me in a bad vibe, but that's kind of it for today's video, guys, and we will see you next time.